StarDuck, he also learns a lot from Bistork. To say the least. Spoilers for last week's ESL Asia, where we casted StarDuck versus Zaun, was it? Was it Zaun or was it Party? It was Zaun.
It was Zaun.
I knew it was one of the Korean Protoss players and got really dang close to shutting it down, but Zaun, he's something else when it comes to PvP.
That he is. Boy, and now here we are, getting into our second series of the night.
That we are, and it's a lot more cutthroat. I also just realized that we don't actually have double elimination for the first time in a long time. Shout out to Ares for making that so. But regardless, we're now spawning into Beckett Industries LE, the business incubator. We're here in the top right-hand corner of the map, spawning all in the top right-hand corner, being cultivated by the incubator. We have the pink Protoss player coming down from the Sitniaba kind of area. He is going to be representing Cranky Ducklings, official Cranky Ducklings dude, mascot, question mark. We got to find a special title for him. He is StarDuck.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Beckett Industries LE, we have his opponents. We have the yellow Protoss player hailing from the land of Hong Kong. The Kong of Hong Kong, if you will. It is Bistork.
Endorser? Is that a title or?
No. No.
We just need something that can line up with the StarDuck. We just need a title that will line up with StarDuck. I wanted to say spokesperson, because that was the most fitting, but then we had some protestations from our current spokespeople.
The Star Child?
What? He is a Star Child. Oh! Yo, we got it. He's a Star Child. The Star Pupil. Or maybe not pupil, yeah.
There you go. Oh my! But yeah, it's great. It's great
like Moses.
It's great for StarDuck to finally be on the team. I remember I spoke about this before, but I remember back in the day, actually when we were competing in amateur events, and back when StarDuck was actually Diamond, I actually reached out to StarDuck. I was like, yo, do you want to be a part of the team when we play like VTL and stuff like that? He's like, nah, I don't really compete that much. it's like I mainly just play arcade. This is back when StarDuck was Zerg, by the way.
yeah, that makes sense. This was back when the competitive game that StarDuck was actually focusing on was Dota.
That's not
true at all.
Dota is more recent.
Yeah, no. He did say that he took when he came back and switched race to Protoss. He said that he stopped playing StarCraft 2 for a while because he was playing a lot more Dota. But yes, he has also recently been playing a little bit of Dota with the Aussie boys. Once again, shaking my head, Hut. Well, at least he's playing Age of Empires now, so.
Yeah. Huts, they go through phases, it's either, this month it's Tarkov,
what's in season?
Or, this month it's like Age of Empires, Dota, Call of Duty. Ugh.
Keep on shaking my head. And speaking of shaking, these sentries are a little bit exposed right now. But Bistork not quite seizing the opportunity. Decent force field over here. And Bistork will lose a stalker.
Oh my god, almost loses two there. Nice back there by StarDuck. Nice force fields as well. Kind of locking Bistork in. Bistork, he is reinforcing though. Now we have a total of 3 stalkers here, but one of them is quite low.
Oh. Yeah, 3 question mark. I suppose it's still 3 stalker shots, but not exactly 3 soccer healths. Healths? No, not 3 soccer's worth of health. That's the thing.
Exactly. And interesting, Bistork, he's looking to be pretty aggressive here, throwing down another pylon so he can help reinforce if he should. Oh, okay, never mind. He's like, nah, man, I'm good.
Change mine.
Yep. And I respect that. Something else that's interesting, I don't know if you noticed, but StarDuck for a moment there actually had Glaive Adepts on the way, but he did cancel it and switch over to Blink.
Yeah, I barely got that for a second. I thought Bistork actually.
Yeah, or could finished up. One of them did. That's why I was shocked.
No, I saw Glaive to Depths, and I kind of assumed that it was for. I actually didn't know who it was for, but then I saw StarDuck was getting Blink, so I was like, so Bistork was the one who finished up Glaives.
Oh boy. Regardless,
definitely,
whoever had it on the way canceled it.
Well, I'm hoping it was Bistork, because without Glaives, already is able to take out 4 of those probes, more than making up for his Stalker loss earlier on. And we're actually, I do not believe my eyes here, Light. In a game of StarDuck versus Bistork on Beckett Industries of all maps, we're getting a bit of a longer macro game.
Yeah, I like how you say that when we've reached like the 5-minute mark. It's like, oh my god, we're macroing. And that goes to show how aggressive these two can really be.
It really does.
So we hit the 5-minute mark, people. It's happening. It's macro. It's a late game.
We did it! Final 5! Break out the champagne. They did it, boys.
Oh god. What's interesting is that so far they are kind of mirroring each other, right? Like they're both going for Blink. They're both working on their upgrades. They both got their forges as well. I guess one of the main differences being is that Bistork still has his Robo on the way, whereas StarDuck, his has been done for quite some time.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot more options up his way. If he wants to harass, he can get some Warp Prisms. If he just wants to, focus on a bit of a timing attack, he can just get a lot more Immortals out earlier on. But he's actually... Yo, Light! StarDuck is doing it. He's actually getting Observers. Oh, he canceled the Observer to get a Warp Prism. Well, that's still pretty good.
I think he did he not? Hold on. Did he not?
He got one Observer. I think he was getting another one.
And how? So I think it was StarDuck who started it earlier. Interesting. So he is still committing to Glaive Adepts after he finished Blink.
Huh.
Mate.
Well, this is StarDuck for you. He is not the maddest of Protoss players. He's not fully unhinged, but he does like to experiment a lot with his builds, with his compositions, and I'm gonna assume that he thinks that Bistork is going for Stalker Immortal, which is why he wants to get the Adepts to focus on the Immortals. But
yeah,
then his main army is also going to be a bit weaker.
I'm trying to figure out if this is big brain or not. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is this a big brain move, or is he going to slip and fall?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if StarDuck is also trying to figure that one out. That's why he's doing it now. I'd be like, all right, we need to do science here.
Yeah. We have Charge on the way for Bistork, which is, again, a lot more standard. So, because Glaives are on the way, I imagine StarDuck is going to warp in a mass amount of Adepts. There are 2 routes he can go for this, right? You can either Glaive and Shade on top of the army, right, and try and catch your opponent off guard and focus on the Immortals, or maybe he plans to like harass with Glaive Adepts and try and pull Bistork apart that way.
That'd be a decent idea with that Warp Prism, but I think it's important to keep in mind, StarDuck has not expanded yet. He is not going to be happy if he just gets a little bit of probe damage here and there when he builds up at home. He's already built up back at home, and he's looking to just demolish his opponent with it. Exactly.
He's going to push out hard with this. +2 is still a ways away, which is what has me a little bit worried. It is being chronoed out, but again, the fact that StarDuck still has not taken a third, like, goes to show that he's on a bit of a timer, right? Like, he's got to go soon, otherwise Bistork is just going to have... Yeah, he's going to have so much money to work with. He's already got shield batteries.
It may be just because I was watching something a little bit earlier on, but I just imagine this is a reality show. StarDuck's on a timer. He's built up his army. Now he has to demolish his opponent's army.
Oh god, he got sabotaged. Someone came into the game and canceled his Glaive Adepts. Now he has to restart it.
And then you get the stinger effect.
Oh god.
The cats, by the way.
Here we go.
I won't explain why, but...
And there it is, the mass warping of Glaive Adepts. You got nothing but, or almost nothing but Adepts here to support the Immortals. We have a couple of force fields coming in, but Shades don't care about force fields. I'm still waiting for the Shade, though.
They do not, and neither does Blink. The Shades are not landing quite yet, and Bistork actually finishes up his +2 quicker than StarDuck does here, Light.
Oh god, that he does. Finally, +2 does kick in for StarDuck. Overcharge is being used. The shield batteries are doing so much for Bistork here, and StarDuck just can't break through.
Yeah, he's moving right into a funnel right now, and I guess we have a bit of confirmation over here, Light. Glaive Adepts was not, in fact, big brain.
He never shaded. He never shaded. That's what has me concerned here.
Immortal already getting picked off here for StarDuck. The Immortals and Bistork, one of them at least still standing strong. And with those shield batteries, I don't think StarDuck has much left in him.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, nice micro there. He does save his Immortal. Now still 1 versus 1 Immortal. And hey, the energy did run out on those shield batteries. StarDuck, he's continuing to try to break on through. Again, he's all in. He's still on 2 bases.
And he might be able to do this. He just barely has 4 sentries over here, but Bistork with that defender's advantage, the cooldown of battery overcharge is going to be running out pretty quick. I don't think he has the energy for it though on that Nexus.
Yeah, he doesn't quite have the energy yet, so he has to wait a little bit longer. But mate, just warping in charge slots, like charge slots are all you need to really buffer for your army. Oh my god. Meanwhile, StarDuck is going in for round 2, I guess.
Question mark, and with this warp prism getting taken out, StarDuck, he's lost his sustainability, he's lost his economy, he's lost this round.
This game.
This game.
It's done, mate. Oh my god, the lamb, the meat was in fact raw, too raw. Ay. And StarDuck, like, he tried to make this work. It was a very interesting decision to go for Glaive Adepts to support your Stalkers instead of Charge Lots, but it's also more expensive as well, and yeah.
It did seem like he was trading a little bit better for a while there, but in the end, you know, when it does come down to these sort of gateway compositions, positioning can make all the difference.
Exactly. Like, maybe in a head-on-head engagement, maybe StarDuck would have come out on top, but like the defender's advantage, the shield batteries, the overcharge. To be fair, like, yo, there are a couple more Glaive Adepts coming in here. He's getting us around, and he's actually just he's gonna be able to. He's cleaning this up.
He actually is, yeah. Decent micro here coming out from Bistork, but he's just having fun at this point. He knows that StarDuck can't stay on. GG. And Bistork gonna be taking game number 1.
GG. Huh.
All right, so you know what? He's in clan chat now, so we can't actually ask him questions after each game.
We could. I'm curious, not gonna lie. If he was intending to shade on the army of Bistork, but because of the awkward like angle that he was pushing in, because he was in a choke point and because of the force fields, like he would essentially be fighting without his immortals if he committed. So there was like never a good opportunity to really shade forward. So it's like, well, and that's like the big advantage of going for Glaive Adepts, right? So yeah.
I have to imagine, well, I guess Bistork was putting up a whole lot of force fields regardless, though, but I do have to imagine, you know, maybe if he shaded through and tried to, like you said, get us around, or maybe even try to get a bit of a flank over there, sandwich him, right? Because for a while, what really kept Bistork in that fight, just aside from the shield batteries, obviously, was the fact that StarDuck was kind of moving into a concave there. He was moving into that choke point. Bistork, he already has us around. Every single unit was firing for Bistork. Same could not be said for StarDuck. I just have to wonder, what if he did get that flank up?
Could have been a completely different scenario. Could have been, but that's still how game 1 turned out. Bistork is leading this series, and now this is StarDuck's map choice.
Indeed, it is. It is going to be the other B map in this current map pool. No, quite a different one. If Beckett Industries is the business incubator, then I think that Blackburn is the business casket, shall we say. The business cemetery. The map just falls apart around us. Really cool, though. Whole lot of stuff. No! We just got news over here.
No! Whoa, that's
actually massive.
That is pretty big. Oh my god.
One of the favorites to make it all the way and potentially win the entire Grand Platypus Open. Go-Go Joey has forfeited. Hoping everything's going all right with him. It's not often that Go-Go Joey has to forfeit.
Yeah, I hope everything's okay. But as you said, like, that's huge, especially because recently Go-Go Joey has been even winning series against Miyaka and ZVZs.
He won the last Grand Platypus Open.
Yeah, he's a recent champion. Just wow, yeah.
It makes me all the more excited for the favorite in the lower bracket, of course, being Demi. But we'll see what happens there. As for now, we are going to determine which Protoss player makes it to the upper semis over here in the bottom left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner of Blackburn LE. We have the pink Protoss player. He is coming out from the Sydney Arbor. sort of area. He is gonna be representing Cranky Ducklings. Finally, we wanted to say that for months, Light. I wanted to say that for months. It feels so good to be able to actually have the words come out of my mouth. He is StarDuck.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Blackburn LE, we have the Yellow Protoss player, the Kong from Hong Kong himself. He's up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. Can he close it out? It is Bistork.
I thought for a sec you forgot the word yellow. And I was gonna go into that Russell Peters sketch he had where it's like,
no.
Yellow!
But
I couldn't remember his bad people, so.
Oh good. Aye. But yes, I see Annette is asking a couple of questions in the chat. Yes, StarDuck, both StarDuck and Oreo are two signees, are two brand new Cranky Ducklings players. They are both pro players. They are both GMs, some of the best in their respective Australia region, and they both started off as diamond players in SEA-OCE Open back in the day.
My mind is being blown a little bit over here. Like, I feel like I knew this, but I didn't really process it. StarDuck was 15 when he started playing in SEO.
Yeah.
I never really processed that.
To be fair, we didn't find out about StarDuck's age until a couple of years later. But yeah, like looking back on it, StarDuck was very young. It's like, again, he only finished high school last year.
He did.
We need to put that into perspective.
And how many other players out there? I mean, I feel like that's a story for a whole lot of players. I know that was the story of Cyril, I think. He, Neeb as well. Once they got out of high school, they had a lot more time to commit. They got a whole lot better. And now, they're kind of champions. StarDuck definitely still a long road ahead of him there. There's still quite a lot of room for improvement. And I believe he's also in uni currently.
Yeah.
But regardless... That's a path we'll all be watching, we'll all be supporting.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, oh god, StarDuck having a really hard time here. His Stalker took so much damage as he was retreating across the map, getting body blocked a little bit as well. And Bistork, he's already here with both of his gateway units, forces a couple of probes off the line just to survive.
That's the last thing you really want to happen right now. If you're opened up with a Stargate, you want as much as your resources out as possible. To be fair, he's still mining the adequate amount of gas, but his natural has been delayed for so long.
Well, I mean,
we always joke, right? That yeah, he is proxy across the map, but we always joke, right? Player who gets the expansion first loses. Not if you're delaying it for this long.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, StarDuck, it doesn't look like he intends to get a natural. Like, he's already got a proxy across the map. What's important is that Bistork this time has not scouted this proxy. What's scary is that Bistork has his pylon in the natural base, and he knows that StarDuck isn't expanding. So Bistork should be aware, and there we go. We even have a second shield battery on the way.
Over in the natural base, though, to be fair, that is a gateway coming out instead of Stargate, so it's really not a whole lot StarDuck can do to get into the main unless he rushes out Blink somehow.
Yeah, meanwhile, oh my god, one of the Stalkers of Bistork already going down. StarDuck has to be careful here. That Void Ray taking a lot of damage. The shield batteries are not up yet. Oh, there we go. They're on the way.
They are on the way, and there should be enough of them. 2 Void Rays coming out to act as a massive deterrent here for Bistork. 2 Stalkers, you can try to fight a single Void Ray, but 2 Void Rays? Nah. 2 Void Rays and 3 Stalkers? Nah. You have to bank up as many Stalkers as you can at home until you have enough to start one-shotting.
Yeah, exactly. And already one of these shield batteries is out of energy. There's a cannon as well. Oh my god, we even have a couple more cannons and shield batteries on the way. StarDuck, he's still got a lot to work through, but he's slowly chipping away. He's slowly taking out a couple units here and there.
But shield battery should go down when Focus battery overcharge popped right at the last second over here for Bistork. Keeps his units alive. But he's going to need to do a little bit more than that to stay up in here.
Yeah, and the gateway does go down. Aye. There's a couple more gateways being thrown down here. 2 currently up for Bistork, so he can still warp in a couple of units. But things are starting to snowball here. Like, there's a lot of Void Rays. Oh my god, he's just chewing through the Stalkers.
Just like so, battery overcharged so well in cooldown. The probes are not gonna live for much longer. StarDuck actually doesn't seem to have much money left. He's warping in Stalkers here to act as a buffer, and that should be the final nail in the coffin. He can't produce any more Void Rays, but he did such a good job of keeping the Void Rays he had alive that Bistork, he's kind of fallen down that snowball.
Yeah, like Bistork, he had a really good defensive position, but at the end of the day, he just did not have enough. GG gets called, and StarDuck ties up the series.
What did we tell you? They go really back and forth in their series. And now I cannot wait to see what we get in game number 3 on what map as well. It was kind of interesting, right? Game number 1, we had a bit more of a macro game, of course, with Bistork being a bit of a madman, experimenting and not quite getting away with it in the end. Game number 2, let's wait for that shield battery rush for Void Rays and a little bit of a proxy gate to try to reinforce. Game number 3, though, is Bistork gonna cannon rush? I kind of hope so.
It's Bistork's turn, right? Like he has to at this point.
Yeah.
Oh god. As we do have the map choice of Bistork.
Oh, I already had a lobby underway, but all right.
Yeah,
I'll cancel and I'll close.
Just to avoid any kind of bugs, just in case.
In case. That old console bug. You know, yeah, it's so strange. I feel it, but there's still like, okay, we don't have the data on that, I don't think, but anecdotally, it seems like it happens more when the observers make the lobby.
Yeah.
Seems that way anyway. That could totally just be confirmation bias or some other term that I'm sure I'm using incorrectly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the case. It's weird. It's this weird bug that's currently plaguing StarCraft. But we are
But
getting...
doesn't happen all the time, yeah.
Doesn't. But we are getting into game number 2. Here we go, mate. Zit. This is the ace match.
That it is. And again, today's single elimination. Whoever gets knocked out over here is gonna have to come back next week, as I don't... No, there's SEA-OCE this week. Okay, they're gonna have to come back tomorrow for another shot of that Lord Loken prize money. But for now, we're going to see which one of these players is going to advance to the upper semifinals. Not the upper bracket semifinals, just the upper semifinals. Is it going to be the player over here in the top right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner? The pink Protoss player coming down from the Sydney Abba sort of area. He is finally going to be representing Cranky Ducklings. He is StarDuck.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the Kong from Hong Kong himself, the yellow Protoss player. It is Bistork. Currently, the last remaining player from Hong Kong, now that Gogo Joey is forfeited.
I did not even think about that. Wow. Then we're used to having one player from Hong Kong, but usually that's Gogo Joey.
Exactly. It means we're not going to have the Hong Kong Derby. It means that right now the nation of Hong Kong and its pride is on Bistork's shoulders right now. Like,
really is. And I gotta be honest here, Light, I can 100% see a scenario where Bistork makes it all the way to the finals, potentially even wins. You know, we have confirmation who his next opponent, potential next opponent, is going to be. That being Mio Micah, already waiting in that upper bracket. Ah, I'm so used to it. In that upper semis. And Bistork, I don't believe he's beaten Mio Micah, but he's gotten super, super close, and he's just continued to improve. Last week, one of the best we've seen out of Bistork this week, if he kept that up.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, I can totally see Bistork taking it.
Definitely. When you were talking about Bistork getting third place, that was in a day where he actually took it to the ace match against Mio Micah, and Mio Micah almost got knocked out because Mio Micah was in the lower half of the bracket. Meanwhile, oh my god, StarDuck proxying a Stargate in the face of Bistork.
That's got to be a fake out, right? You don't make it that obvious. He's gonna cancel, right? Right?
There's a stalker coming to help protect
A
it.
stalker is coming, but there's gonna be a stalker for Bistork as well,
Yeah, but the
so
shield
it gets
battery
a
finished
little
up.
bit more awkward. Shield battery does finish up, and it can actually keep both the pylon and the stalker alive, but not at the same time. This shield battery, actually, is it worth it, like, to try to keep the stalker alive right now? Well, it was gonna get taken out regardless.
It's
so
not about keeping the stalker alive. It's about keeping the proxy alive, because now the pylon has been able to stay alive. Like the units of Bistork were busy, distracted, trying to kill the stalker, and the stalker was just not dying. And now the void ray is on the way, and so are 3 more shield batteries. Oh no! Keep the purple alive! No!
So close over there. Regardless, though, I do have to give the edge to StarDuck.
Yeah.
Maybe if Bistork lost the stalker earlier on, then maybe not, but now it's getting a little bit rough. He is on a massive timer, though.
That he is. Here comes the first voider, but you know what? 2 shield batteries for Bistork have already finished up. Thankfully, there are 3 here for StarDuck, so this void ray, it's not going to lose any health whatsoever.
Nothing is dying.
Yeah. Nothing is dying. This is
They're just having a
PvP.
staring contest at each other.
Oh,
PvP.
God. Oh my God.
To get popped, but it
Overcharge
was
gets
too
wasted.
out of range. That stalker was way too far out of range, and now he's even forced to use another shield battery to keep it alive. That killing
It's
blow!
out of range! It's out of range for the shield battery, the overcharge! Oh my God!
I think that's a killing blow!
Yeah, the void ray falls! Mate, there's only... Okay.
14 versus 0!
There's 2 pylons, one of them's about to go down. If the second gets focused down, that's it. GG gets called!
StarDuck! He is making it to semifinals this week! Oh my God! And we were praising Bistork a lot over there, hyping it up, when we should have been hyping StarDuck. My God.
Mate. So, I didn't want to bring it up because it's a bit of a sore spot, but this morning, I mean, we got to praise one of our kids and scold the other a little bit. Oreo did really well this morning. You know, he blazed his way through the upper bracket. He qualified. He was like the first player to qualify as well. He just, but it was really rough because it started off with a team kill, and StarDuck after the qualifier, man, he was upset. He was mad, mate. Did you see in Discord? You know he's serious when he says that he's gonna stop off racing.
Exactly.
Oh God.
Good to know that he has been able to fuel that anger into something a bit more, and something that helps him out a bit more. And I'm hoping that he's able to take it all the way. Now he is going up against Mika next, who historically has had the upper hand against StarDuck.
Yeah.
One of the, I think one of the opponents that StarDuck just dislikes going up against probably the most. I feel like he would much rather go up against Ether at this point. We can ask him.
It's one of those things where, I mean, that applies to all of me and Micah's opponents. Like
that, yeah, except maybe Bistork.
Except maybe Bistork. Like, a lot of people, like, when they go up against me and Micah, like, Demi's a good example, right? It's like, fuck, goddamn.
Especially Maru. He doesn't want to go up against me and Micah.
Oh, yeah, Maru's scarred for life, mate. He's never stepping foot in Southeast Asia again. He's done, mate.